Oh hey, my name is Benjamin Lowy. I'm a Sony artisan and a freelance photographer. I'm usually on the road 7 to 8 months a year, and I have my packing down to a T. Even my underwear has its own bag within a bag. For this particular shoot, I'm in the Gardens of the Queen, or Jardines de la Reina, off the coast of Cuba. It's an underwater assignment, and it requires an entirely different set of gear than I would use on an on-land news assignment. So let's take a look at the variety of stuff that I'm using for this shoot. First off, we have the Sony 4K action cam with the optional dive door, which is good down to 60 meters or almost 200 feet. Another great camera is the RX104. Super small, shoots 4K, does have a very large chip. Another camera is a blazingly fast A6300. This has a 4K CMOS chip that also actually offers no binning when recording 4K video. On the A6300, I have the Sony 20mm lens with the fisheye adapter. Using the fisheye rather than a wide-angle adapter gives you a bit more help underwater because water magnifies everything, so you need to go even wider. The A7R2s and the A7S2s are powerhouse cameras, the top of the line from Sony. The A7S2 has amazing ISO capabilities, so I use that if I don't want to use lights, if I'm going pretty deep, if it's pretty dark. I'm also a still photographer, not just doing video, and if I want to have big, robust, printable files, I'm going to use the A7R2, which has a 42 megapixel chip, which is absolutely amazing. On the A7R2, I actually have the Sony 16-35 lens. It's the only lens that I want to use on the system, and for that, I'm going to use the Nauticam housing. It's top of the line. It's ergonomically made. It gives you the option to press every single button and custom function you might want to program. It also has a sensor inside, which lets me know if the vacuum has been broken, if there's a leak. This is a great little housing made by Icolite. For the RX104, it's pretty simple. You have a little plate you screw on, slip the camera in, and there you go. This is a good housing to have because it's easy to pack. Over here is the newest Icolite housing for the A6300 and a very nice large 8-inch acrylic dome. You know, it mounts on here like so once I get the camera body in. You don't want to need to change your card in the middle of a shark feeding frenzy. You might as well have those big cards. So I definitely pack 128, a couple of 64 gig cards, and that's what I'm using. Light-wise, I'm a big fan of this Icolite, the DS161s. This is actually a strobe and a video light in one. It's a good all-around option that would cover you in most environments. This is the CNC YSD1 strobe. This is a dedicated strobe for either housing. Also for when I'm just doing video, really deep, murky water. I have the Keldon Luna 8. It is an 8,000 lumen video light that's ridiculously bright, and that would serve you really well. So one of the other useful tools is the Joby Gorillapod. It's an inexpensive way of having an underwater tripod. It holds 11 pounds, so you can get some really much more interesting stabilized video shots while you're down below. But that's what's in my bag for this trip. Thanks for joining me, and have a great one.